One pathogen we've been fighting quite a bit in my territory over the past few seasons is crown rot. It's a disease that we see the effects of late season at harvest, to where we see a lot of down corn, and when you dig the roots out of the down corn, you see a lot of the bottom, the first 5 nodes of the root system have a lot of brown necrosis and dying in it. And really, that's the majority of that pathogen that we're fighting is Fusarium. So Fusarium crown rot in corn is, I would say, similar to what we see in sudden death syndrome in soybeans. It is a pathogen that moves in really early in the season. So it's really the plant gets infected early, let's say V1 to V5, and then it just kind of sits there. Some fungicides do help in furrow, but now that we're past planting, we obviously can't do anything with that. So we see crown rot get worse throughout the season when the plant gets stressed, whether that's drought stress, heat stress, or anything else. So a lot of guys ask, what can we do during the season to help fight the crown rot issue that we have seen the past few years? One thing that is really the only thing we can do past planting is try to keep the plant as healthy as possible. Since it comes on later in the season when we get a lot of stress, the best thing we do is try to keep that stress from happening to the plant itself. So one thing I really encourage our guys in fields that we know we have been challenged with crown rot in the past is to spray fungicides. But if you're coming into a field to do a post pass of your herbicides, I highly encourage guys that have been challenged with crown rot in the past to add in a cheap fungicide, something with a good strobe in it, so you get that good plant health kick that we know we get from our strobe chemistries on the fungicide side. So anywhere from V4 to V7 or 8, whenever you're doing that that last herbicide pass, I would throw a cheap strobe in, and really those cost anywhere from $2 to $4 an acre. So it's really something that you can add in fairly cheaply, and we have seen some positive results when we get that stress later in the season from a V5 fungicide application. The best way to fight crown rot late season is applying a good fungicide at tassel to R1. And I would highly encourage guys to use a more premium type fungicide. We know we can get some fairly cheap mixes out there of some generic fungicides, which those are better than nothing. And all I can encourage you guys do is make sure we're running at full rates as much as possible. Running a cheap cut rate fungicide pass at tassel might help keep some of the foliar diseases out, but we need to make sure if we're truly going after crown rot, we need a good, fairly high rate of a premium fungicide. Obviously, I work for Bayer Crop Science and Channel Seed. We have Delaro Complete. We're highly encouraging guys at the VT to R1 time frame to be spraying 12 ounces of Delaro Complete. Get you the higher rate, get you a better control of all of your diseases out there. Gives a lot bigger kick on the plant health side as well, and also extends your residual another few days to a week from what you would with the lower rates of the fungicide. So if crown rot is something you've been fighting in the past, don't hesitate to reach out. Like I said, summary, if you've been fighting crown rot, let's really think about doing a cheap fungicide in with our herbicide pass, our herbicide post pass, and then running a premium fungicide at the VT to R1. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Be glad to talk with you. Have a great day.